When searching for an exceptional country home,
as soon as we walked through the gates, we kind of knew it was going to be special.
on Escape to the Country, we love a big reveal.
You now have permission to turn and face.
Wow. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Our properties have all manner of treats, whether at ground level.
Did you expect us, Georgina, to be showing you a driveway with a roundabout on it?
No, not at all, but it's a welcome surprise.
Or up high.
Feast your eyes on this.
Wow.
Kent. Take it from me, this county has a hell of a lot going for it. From its coasts to its countryside, I'd say everything about it is pretty gorgeous.
Known as the Garden of England, Kent is famous for producing some of the finer things in life. Great wine, fabulous fresh produce, oysters even. But the finest of all? Well, watch this space.
Bottom right-hand corner is where you'll find Kent, covering more than 1,300 square miles and stretching along 350 miles of sand and shingle coastline.
Kent is quite beautiful. You have the seaside, you have the countryside, and the people are really nice and friendly. So it's kind of a mixture of everything. So yeah, I would say it's really nice.
The county enjoys more hours of sun than anywhere else in the UK, shining down on its many pretty coastal towns. One of its most popular, Margate, is home to pastel-coloured buildings, a long stretch of sandy beach and a busy harbour. And its claim to fame? Both its mid-century lighthouse and contemporary art gallery feature on the £20 note. But the Kentish sun isn't just enjoyed by beachgoers.
Our winter starts later, our spring starts earlier, and the perfect soil conditions to grow a variety of crops, things like hops, cherries, apples and pears. But we're starting to grow a lot more grapes here in Kent as the summers are getting hotter, and the perfect soil conditions for them too.
That'll be music to the ears of wine-loving locals. With over 350 acres of vineyards, Kent is the largest wine-producing county in the country.
And the other great thing from Kent? Well, modesty forbids me from telling you I was born and raised here, but that's enough about me. Today's about a young couple who are looking to leave London and find a home for themselves and their international family.
Hi, I'm Georgina.
And I'm Brian.
I'm from Chicago originally, and Brian's from South Africa. I have a lot of family still in Chicago, and Brian has family all over, and so we really want to make sure we have a place where people can come and stay with us for weeks at a time. We can have quality time together, which we don't often get with everyone living so far away.
Georgina, an accounts manager, came to London 5 years ago on a work placement. She met Brian, a sales manager, and 6 months later moved into his 3-bed terrace in Wimbledon.
We got married in November, so we're kind of started to think about next steps and realizing we're gonna outgrow this place very quickly, especially with these two. And if we're having kids down the line, we always love the idea of moving to the country, having a huge backyard so we can watch dogs be dogs.
We do live on a main road, so it would be nice to just live somewhere a bit quieter. We love being outdoors.
I like to go for a longer walk with the dogs. They love to stretch their legs, as you can see. Definitely one of our favourite things to do on the weekends.
Yeah, and we love to have this right on our doorstep.
We love the greenery of Kent. We've spent a few weekends there recently and just think the dogs would be absolutely in their element.
To buy a family and dog-friendly home, they have a great budget of £1.35 million. For that, they'd like a detached period property with a modern open plan interior, at least 4 bedrooms, 1 to 2 acres of land, and an annex for visiting family. All of this should be in a semi-rural location within an hour's commute of London.
Look, I know how lucky I am, travelling up and down the country, helping people find their dream home on Escape. But there's nothing like helping a couple move to my county of Kent. But it does put a little bit more pressure on me to deliver, but I've got faith in Kent. And it's a great place to raise a family too. Well, I hope so, because very soon I'm going to become a father for the first time.
Before I put on my tour guide hat, we're catching up so I can hear more about their plans.
Georgina, Brian, welcome to Kent. I mean, it's not a bad part of England, is it? Look at it.
Absolutely stunning.
I mean, not that it needs any real explaining. I'm from Kent, I love Kent. But what made you choose it?
So I think we were looking at locations to move outside of London. We wanted something that wasn't too far away. We have to commute in occasionally for work, but we really just wanted open countryside, beautiful views.
Some seaside towns maybe as well, so we can spend some days at the beach. And I feel like, Kent just had everything we wanted.
And we're thinking about the next phase of our life. I think we'd love to, if we're lucky enough to have children, we'd like to start that outside of London, where hopefully our kids can have some space to run around and some nice schools in the local area and so on.
It's fair to say you have got a healthy budget. What are you hoping to be able to get with it?
I think the big thing that we're looking for from the house is more land, really. I like period properties. Georgina's probably a little less of a fan of those.
So I do appreciate the period property features, but I also do like a more modern living style. So I would love a mix of both.
Well, it is my home turf, so how about I show you around a bit?
Yeah,
Lovely.
love
Let's
that.
do it.
Thank
Come
you.
with me.
Our Kentish house hunt is kicking off in the hamlet of Knackholt, on the edge of the Kent Downs national landscape. It's a mile and a half from the popular village of Wye, which in turn is just a 50-minute train ride from the capital. Wye sits in the hills of the Kent Downs and is well served by both independent shops and pubs, including a local favourite which overlooks the River Stour. A 3-minute drive from Wye takes us to our first property. And what a sight to behold.
Right, and you now have permission to turn and face.
Wow. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I love that. I was not expecting that.
So different.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah?
Unbelievable. It's like a tale of two halves, I'd say.
You can see it's trying to make use of the amazing view over there. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what it looks like in the inside, but yeah, really cool.
Should we have a look inside?
Yeah, sounds good.
Follow me.
We're catering for Brian's love of old here and Georgina's love of new. The original house was built in the early 1800s, but the fantastic extension, where we're starting our tour, is only 5 years old.
Wow.
Look at this.
Quite a lot of character, yeah. Not what I was expecting, I think. Maybe from the outside, it's really cool. Feels really homely.
The balance in this property as you go through it, you'll feel those changes, not just the age, but almost like the mood and the feel of the property as well.
Just something we don't have now, and to have it be indoor-outdoor, I think is like the ultimate dream.
Got the nice modern living on the left and then country kitchen on the right.
Yeah.
Like it. The dog's running in and out of the house
Yeah.
as well. It's like a very practical space as well.
Well, let me tell you, the marriage of old and new doesn't stop here.
Oh, here we go.
Come through. So through here, maybe a little bit of a snug area. The front door, cloakroom, downstairs bathroom. And into a space with a very different feel.
Proper character.
Definite contradiction, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think the ceilings feel too low either. I think it's part of the character and the charm of having like a snug room, isn't it? Proper snug room. I really like it.
Yeah. Dogs lying in front of the fire as well. It's very cute and cozy.
Yeah.
The mix of character and contemporary features continues upstairs, with vaulted ceilings alongside modern fittings. There's a family bathroom with a roll-top bath, an additional shower room and 5 bedrooms. The most compact is used as a study, and there are 2 neighbouring rooms of similar size.
Wow, this is nice. Good size for a kid's room or a nursery or something.
A larger room sits to the front.
Good guest room. I feel that you're kind of in the older section a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Little old period features in the corners.
Yeah.
And finally, there's the principal suite, with multiple aspects to the garden and beyond.
Wow.
Look at those
So
views.
cool. Pretty amazing, waking up to that.
That is stunning. It's got like a maritime or like a seaside feel to all the side walls.
The room also has a pretty swanky ensuite.
Big
That's
old
amazing.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice views out in the bath.
Yeah.
His and hers sinks.
Back outside, the grounds are just as impressive as the house. Covering around 1/3 of an acre, there's a large wraparound garden with a raised deck and a seating area, perfectly placed to enjoy the spectacular views across the Kent Downs national landscape.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Absolutely stunning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
And what about the garden? How green-fingered are you?
We would like to be green-fingered, so I'd like to see what we can do with the garden, plant some flowers, do some vegetable beds.
Okay. But it all comes at a cost. What do you think this property's on the market for?
I would say £1.2 million.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say somewhere between 1.15 million and 1.2 million pounds.
Well, you're in the right kind of area, but it's actually on the market for £1.3 million.
Okay.
I think we need to readjust our expectations a bit. Because, I think, just thinking we might be, for our money, would have been able to get a bit more acreage or a bit more land. But I think the trade-off is you're so close to Wye and so close to London.
And then you have the views, right, which is special, and you can't really put a price on that.
This period property with its modern extension has an open plan kitchen diner and living space, 5 bedrooms and a fantastic garden of over 1/3 of an acre, with far-reaching views. It's in a rural spot within commuting distance of London.
In this house, every room is different, but I think it is what we're looking for really, with the mix of both sides, which I like. It's just trying to figure out how to, use it in your own way.
It's exactly why we wanted to move out of London, is because when we come home from a busy day in the city, you want to just sit down on a couch or start cooking in a kitchen where you can look out on views like this. They are probably better than we were expecting.
Georgina and Brian are used to being in the thick of it in London, and along with offering them the rural escape they're after, Kent also has some smashing towns where they can get their urban fix.
Quaint English town with a bit of buzz.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
We've brought them to Faversham, a medieval market town with over 300 listed buildings and a spring in its step.
I've lived in and around Faversham for nearly 40 years, and I would never live anywhere else. I'm local, I paint local scenes. It's a beautiful place to live. I mean, you just look at the architecture. The atmosphere at the market is fantastic. I don't think there's another market like it, actually. We just celebrated 1,000 years of the market last Sunday. It was fantastic.
The town is also proud to have its own copy of the Magna Carta in the town hall. Dating back over 700 years, it's one of the best preserved in existence.
I love it. I feel like it has everything you need. It's quite a big-sized town, but it feels small and local, and really cute little boutique shops.
I was brought up in Faversham. It's a quirky, slightly eccentric town. There's always something going on. There's always some kind of festival or weekend event. And yeah, it's a great place to live. I like it. And there is a great sense of community, unlike any other town I've lived in.
Community does seem to be at the heart of Faversham. Georgina and Brian have come to one of the town's popular community centres, an important resource for many locals. Becky Duffy is the centre manager.
Becky, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for welcoming us to your community centre. Would love to know a little bit more about it and what you do here.
So Faversham Umbrella is here for everybody within the local community to support them, grow independence, self-esteem by holding free activities that people can join and get to know others and get integrated into the community, really.
And how long have you been living in Faversham?
I've been here for about 14, 15 years. We were in the Midlands, came down via London and then wanted a commutable distance into London, so then decided to settle in Faversham.
And how did you adapt to the commute to London?
It's really commutable. You know, we've got the high speed here, go to London in an hour, so it's really, really easy to get to and from London.
We just got married recently, so we're thinking about starting a family soon. So we're just wondering, is there a lot of people with young kids around that we could get involved in?
So it's brilliant for young families around here. We started a family here. There's lots of baby groups where you can meet new people, and there's always something going on in town as well.
We're really looking forward to, I think, like embracing a community, getting to know people, saying hi on the street. So it's nice, like people get involved.
And in terms of pubs and restaurants in the area, is there a lot on offer?
Yes, you've got a huge selection of pubs and restaurants in the area. There's a pub on nearly every street corner. I don't think you'd probably cover all of the ones in Faversham on a pub crawl in one evening.
Well, I'll give it a go.
Challenge accepted.
Not so quickly, you two. We need to get back on the road and find that country home for your current and future family. I wonder whether it could be the next home in our selection. We're heading to Harrietsham, 10 miles from Maidstone and an hour and 10 minutes train ride to London, leaving from the local station. The attractive village boasts a number of listed buildings, and one of its claims to fame is that the Olympic torch passed through in 2012. The local gastropub is family friendly, hosting live music and quiz nights, and I'm sure our couple will be pleased to know it's just a short walk from our next property. I really can't wait to show them this. It's a real find, surrounded by stunning Kent countryside.
Feast your eyes on this.
Wow. Quite the entrance.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
this is beautiful.
Did you expect us, Georgina, to be showing you a driveway with a roundabout on it?
No, not at all, but it's a welcome surprise. Yeah. I love it though. It's nice to have that feeling of just space. And
This is a really, really nice start. It is a grand entrance. It's really, really special.
This country home is thought to have been built in the 60s or 70s, and space is the name of the game inside too. Entering via a huge hallway, we're heading straight through the dining room into the kitchen, which is sandwiched between a garden room and a snug.
wow,
Wow.
big space.
That is a beautiful
Really nice.
kitchen. Wow. Dogs running in from outside could come straight in
Yeah,
here. And
definitely.
hosting parties straight away.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that one of the things that really helps it is how open it is either end into the next room and the next room.
We've got these beautiful views out there, and I think we'd want to like expand that as much as you could.
Well, come and look at this.
Wow, so nice.
Yeah, look at that.
Super bright and airy.
That's a proper garden and a proper view. Wow.
Yeah, you can see why they did the glass here. So yeah, pretty special.
What a result! This house is getting an even better reaction than our first, and there's not a period feature in sight. Completing the ground floor is a more formal reception room open into the garden. A reception hall cum dining room, a utility and a study. Next stop for Georgina and Brian is the first floor. Up here there's a monochrome family bathroom and 5 bedrooms, so more than enough room for guests, plus any new additions to the family. There's a double either side of the landing.
Oh, this is really nice too. Great size, yeah.
Built-in.
Built-in wardrobes.
Of the two smaller rooms, one is in use as a second home office, but the showstopper has got to be the principal bedroom.
Whoa.
This is amazing.
That is a proper size.
Quite grand. The chandelier, the vaulted ceilings.
Love it.
Oh, nice bathroom.
His and hers.
Oh, love this. Oh my gosh, it keeps going.
Oh, really? Okay, right. This is amazing.
Oh,
And then look at this balcony.
It's like a proper coffee out here in the mornings.
Incredible.
I haven't heard from him for a while. Georgina, Brian, you up there?
Hello.
Hello.
Like royalty on the balcony. How you getting on?
Yeah, we're loving it. I think the rooms are amazing. We found a very good sized walk-in wardrobe, so I'm very happy.
That's inside done. Now for a closer look at the glorious grounds, which cover around an acre. Accessed from both the kitchen and the snug is a raised terrace overlooking the manicured lawn which surrounds the house. There's also a games room with a studio above and a covered terrace, so those stunning views can be enjoyed all year round. I tell you what, this house has got party written all over it.
There's a lot going on there, isn't there?
It's unreal. As soon as we came through the gates, we weren't really knowing what to expect, but we kind of knew it was going to be special, but it has just got better and better.
Brian, you've previously mentioned how important it is to maybe have a bit of age or, you know, some features to the property. Now, I've got to be honest, this hasn't really got many of them.
No, that's true. I have to say, like, as we walked around, I've certainly dropped the need, I think, for a period property. Everything else we were looking for is here.
But of course, things come at a cost. There's a price tag attached to the property. Who's going to go for it?
It's your turn to go first.
I think it's got to be at our asking at least, so 1.35 million.
I would say just hopeful, maybe a little under, so £1,325,000.
Okay. This property is on the market for £1.25 million.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Can definitely do something with that extra.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's a lot to think about then.
This outstanding country house has a huge open-plan kitchen diner, a glazed garden room, 5 bedrooms and a games room ripe for conversion. It's set in an acre of land and is commutable to London.
It's massive. It's huge space. Oh my God, you could do so much with this as like
gym room, annex, everything.
A lot of flexibility.
I think in terms of what we've been looking for as a family, entertaining, welcoming space, it has everything. I could definitely see myself living here.
I see ourselves living here, having our nieces and nephews over, the dogs running around. It can do all of that, and it's really delivering on space inside and outside.
It's super warming to know that we can have something like this and be able to move into it, you know, straight away.
After what I would call a pretty successful first leg of our house hunt, and before we call it a day, I want to introduce Georgina and Brian to one of my absolute favourite spots in Kent. It's this 16th century inn on the Isle of Sheppey, off Kent's north coast, where we're stopping for a sundowner.
It's absolutely beautiful, like super special that we've been blown away.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? You've spent a bit of time in Kent now. How has it gone from this idea in your head of what could be and how you imagined it to how you're visualising it now? You know, there's a big difference.
The more we see, the more we love it, and the more cemented the idea is that we do want to move to Kent and have this lifestyle.
And I think the contrast between our London life to this life is just chalk and cheese. Yeah. We've wanted fresh air, beautiful spaces, green grass. It just doesn't get any greener than this.
I've got to be honest, it makes me proud that there's people that live in London that want to live where I live. What I've realised getting to know you both is it's not just about you finding a home. This is generational. You want to have children here, you want to invite your family here.
I think it's exactly what we're looking for, and yeah, we're really looking forward to showing the family everything we've seen.
I think they'll be blown away by it as well. I don't think we were fully expecting to be able to get as much space. And so, yeah, I think we've been pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a great day with you and I'm so excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, awesome. Me too. Yeah.
Us too.
Kent has so much going for it that it won't surprise you to learn that at just over £583,000, the average price of a detached house in the county is some £143,000 higher than the average price for the UK. But that doesn't put off those dreaming of the good life. Georgina and Brian have chosen Kent as the place in which they want to raise a family, and they're not the only ones.
Kent's a fantastic area for young families to move into based on its location. We're within 45 minutes journey to central London, and equally same distance down to Dover and across the channel to France. We find that this really encourages kind of young families that are looking to kind of move to the area, that they can still have that daily commute if need be, but also on the weekends venture out to kind of local beaches, history sites and so forth. That is particularly appealing for those that are looking to relocate to Kent.
The welcome news is that the local market has gems on offer to suit all pockets. How about this beauty? Priced at offers over £370,000, the 3-bed cottage is Grade 2 listed. Inside it's bursting with original features in contrast to its high-spec kitchen and bathroom. But if your budget can stretch to £600,000, you might want to consider this property. Built in the 1820s, it was once 2 homes that were joined to create one, laid out over 3 floors. There's a cosy country kitchen, a large reception room, 4 bedrooms and a cottage garden. If it's a weekend escape you're after, then there's this vintage cabin kitted out 1940s style. It comes with a kitchenette, a separate double bedroom, a sofa cum bunk bed and a shower room. Out the front is a terrace to enjoy the view. Prices start at £240 for a 2-night stay.
I'm pleased to say that Kent is working its magic on Georgina and Brian, and we may have already found them their dream home, but we're not done yet. There's still plenty more of this county to see, and I've got a classic Kentish mystery house to show them.
We're making our way to Headcorn, located in the Low Weald of Kent. Here, attractive old buildings in the historic village house a vast mix of independent shops, pubs and restaurants, so residents need go no further than the high street for everyday essentials. But to venture further afield, there's a great bus service to destinations including Ashford and Maidstone, and a direct train to London in a little over an hour. I have left Georgina and Brian to explore, while I've come ahead to open up for the final offering. On the outskirts of the village, it's this magnificent example of local architecture, set in a peaceful rural spot.
So here we are, the mystery house, and it's clear to see that Georgina and Brian have fallen in love with the county. But how Kent are they willing to go? Because nothing is more Kentish than an oast house.
Once used to dry hops for the beer brewing industry, oast houses are a key feature of the Kent and Sussex landscape. And I'm trying my best to keep the towering dimensions of this one a surprise.
All right, you two, stay facing that way just for the moment. You're not looking at the house just yet. Nice garden though, isn't it?
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. All right, come on, feast your eyes on this.
Wow. Wow, yeah.
That is an oast.
I couldn't come here and not show you this.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Definitely going in with an open mind. I think it's definitely has to be looked at when you're in Kent.
Well, the truth is, although there's a lot of converted oast houses across Kent, famous for it, but they're not very often on the market.
Yeah. I mean, I'm amazed and I love it. And to see a square one, I've only ever seen the circular one, so this is exciting for me.
This Victorian oast house with its square kiln is an ideal candidate for conversion. No curved walls to fit furniture around, and it's full of period features. We're starting in the living room. Decked in terracotta tiles, the triple aspect room even has a garland of dry hops.
It's really nice, yeah. It's cozy, yeah. Very cool in here as well, like,
Like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The old beams.
Head height?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, we're all right with that.
It's plenty.
Yeah, that's it, good.
It feels quite, modern, but with period features, so I like it.
Yeah.
Right, after you go through that archway.
That sounds good.
Oh, look at this arch.
Wow. A little glimpse of the kitchen in that old hatch as well. I like it.
So cute.
Nice little dining room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is very nice.
I know that the kitchen size is maybe a little smaller and it hasn't got that open plan feel to it.
Yeah.
But you've got to remember what sort of property we're in.
I think the kitchen size is a good size. It's just that it's not open to something else. But I think like with these windows looking out, you can picture yourself here. It's just, is it too closed in for what we're looking for? I don't know, but keeping an open mind, I think, is the key.
To have blended like modern living into something like this, I'm quite amazed by it, to be honest.
It's a stunning house, definitely.
The family bathroom is also on the ground floor, with the sleeping quarters laid out over 2 floors above. On the first floor are 2 doubles, both featuring timber beams, and one with an ensuite shower room. A smaller room is being used for storage. Georgina and Brian are on their way up to the 2nd floor, where this property's historic past takes centre stage.
Definitely in the Oast. This is so cool.
So pretty.
Amazing. And it's actually feels a spacious room because of all the high ceiling and...
It's not circular, so, it's usable.
Yeah, feels special and really good view out there of the garden.
What's hidden from view outside is this extra special bonus, a self-contained 2-storey annex.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. Amazing space.
It's ready for people to move straight into.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. Yeah. I love it.
The annex has a bedroom on both floors, each with an ensuite. And if that's not enough, there's a 3rd bathroom too. Now, as we've already seen, the garden is something to write home about. There's an acre of beautiful grounds here, ready to welcome a growing family, plus 2 energetic dogs. There's also a timber workshop and a fantastic garden room, with a feature pond completing the package.
Hey, look, we got to soak up this sun, eh?
It's amazing.
It's pretty idyllic and peaceful. I think this garden is what we had envisioned and what we're looking for. Big size, it has an amazing pond, room for different buildings and things.
Well, it's a great garden, no doubt about that. I know you love the annex. What do you think is all on the market for?
I think it was probably top end of our budget and £1.35 million.
Okay.
I completely agree. I think it's right at the top, if not more than our budget. So in excess of 1.35 million.
Okay, well, it might surprise you to know this is on the market for exactly £1 million.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
nice. I think for the space that it's on alone, and then it's this historical piece of architecture, you would expect it to go for more, and it's all done up. Like, there isn't much to do.
Yeah, really pleasantly surprised by that.
Priced way under budget, this converted Victorian oast house comes with a contemporary kitchen, 4 bedrooms and a 2-bed self-contained annex, all set within an acre of land.
The Mystery House has definitely delivered something different for us. We haven't seen an oast house before, but yeah, we're pleasantly surprised, and I think it's been really interesting to see it.
On reflection, looking at the house itself and living in an oast, I think it's fair to say that I know what Georgina and I are now looking for in terms of that open kitchen, diner, living space.
This one just doesn't have that entertaining flow that we're looking for, from, kitchen to having people outside.
So I think we've realised that that kind of a space is probably not practical for us.
Brian and Georgina are totally sold on Kent, but if they did need any more inspiration, they can take it from Beth and Martin, who made a similar move from London back in 2016.
Hi there, I'm Beth Bayliss. This is my husband Martin.
Hello.
And somewhere in the garden are our 2 cats, Didi and Bibbit.
Good morning, Didi. Is that your good morning meow?
This is Bibbit. Hello. Do you want some treats? I thought so.
The couple set up home in Staplehurst, 9 miles from Maidstone.
We swapped a 1-bedroom garden flat in Richmond for a 2.5-bedroom cottage that is 1850s. It's got quite a large garden, which is one of the challenges because you have to stay on top of it all the time.
Yeah, but it's brilliant though. Gotta love a bit of gardening. Growing veg and everything. It's fab. Best thing about it is we've got lots of space, lots of leg room. We've got chickens and a swing on a willow tree, which is pretty cool.
While Beth loves pottering in the garden, Martin likes to get out on his bike.
As you can see, this is one of my favourite reasons that we escaped to the country. I absolutely love it here. How cool is this?
In my books, anybody that's got so many nice things to say about Kent is worth meeting, so I thought I'd pop in and do just that. Beth, Martin, you've carved yourselves out a nice little piece of Kent here.
Yeah, it's all right, innit? Not bad.
So what was the catalyst? What drove the move?
For one of my birthdays, Beth bought me a taster course, which was a fine furniture making course.
You loved it, didn't you?
Yeah. And I wasn't loving my job.
And that led to a career change.
We just sort of decided that a bit more space, in this case a lot more space, would be applicable for my going forward in my career.
Somewhere where he can be noisy, somewhere he can be messy, and there's nobody too upset.
I understand you had to get out, but why was here the place you went to?
We needed gardens and space and stuff, and what better place than Kent, really, to find all of that sort of leg room. And when we came across the border, the houses were a bit cheaper, so we were able to get a sort of slightly bigger house and a much, much bigger garden with a workshop as well.
So how has life changed for you both since London?
So, having worked in media, I've now got a shop down here and I've got my own business, and that's not something I would ever have had I not moved out to the countryside. It's like a complete lifestyle change. So we just have more time, and that means more time in the garden, it means more time with friends, more time, just enjoying life together.
Their move here has given them a different lifestyle, both outside and in. When they arrived here, Martin put what he had learned on his course to good use.
Welcome to the kitchen.
And you put all this together yourself?
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, handmade. And I said to Martin, right, I just want a U-shaped kitchen, amazing stove at the end, nice sort of dining area, and that's what I would like, please. And that's what I got.
I started off after I did my furniture making course, making this kitchen. That was the first thing that I did.
You don't just build for yourself though, do you, Martin?
No, I make furniture basically.
So you make the stuff, you flog the stuff.
Exactly.
Martin's handcrafted goods are sold in Beth's shop in the town of Tenterden, known as the Jewel of the Weald. So they're taking me to their Tudor shop front, which sits amongst a cluster of businesses, housed in a lively mix of Georgian and Victorian architecture.
And this is an Aladdin's cave of local makers that Beth has sort of curated herself, really.
Yeah, so we got 27 local makers and artists, all from the sort of Kent area, and they all produce really fabulously beautiful, quirky and really individual things. Had we not moved to the countryside, I would not in a million years have been stood in a shop in a town that I didn't know about, doing a job that I hadn't even considered. So yeah, it's been brilliant actually. Now being a shopkeeper, when you get your morning coffee and you're walking down the street and people are like, hello, hello, hello. So, you know, that was probably missing from my life in London. So actually, you know, to have a nice community of people, yeah, very lucky, very lucky. I am absolutely 100% better here than I was in London. And yeah, happy girl down here, very much so.
Well, I've certainly had a good week, and I'm pretty sure that Brian and Georgina have too. Let's find out what they're going to do next. Hello, you two.
Hello.
Hello.
What a nice spot, eh? So, come on then, how you both found Kent?
I think we've absolutely loved it. It's completely reaffirmed everything that we thought it would.
Yeah, everywhere we've been has just brought something new that we hadn't seen before, and yeah, we've loved everything this week.
What about the houses?
I think each property had something very special about it, but I think there's a clear favorite in our heads, which is number 2. I think we can see a life there, a future there, our future kids there, our dogs there, family there, nieces and nephews. I think like the second we walked in, we were like, wow, this is cool.
We've actually inquired to go and have a second viewing.
Yeah.
So
already?
Yeah.
It just really opened our eyes to the potential of a family life, and we could see ourselves there for a very long time. So yeah.
Yeah, I think you could move in straight away, but there's so much opportunity too to put our own stamp on it. So it's exciting.
Yeah, we're very excited.
Yeah, definitely.
People travel a long way to come and see us. There's a nice inviting home that's waiting for them there. So yeah, it was awesome.
I was so excited for you both. I wish you all the best. I've had a fantastic time with you both, and just let me know what goes on.
We will, and thank you so much for showing us around. We've loved it.
Yeah, teaching us about Kent, and we see your passion and we're so excited. So we'll be inviting you over for a barbecue very soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
It'll be a pleasure. Thank you. Good luck. Georgina and Brian fell in love with Kent. Oh, well, come on, let's face it, I always knew they would. And I can see how excited they are to share my home county with their friends and family. I wish them all the very best for that second viewing, and if everything goes to plan, you can add that to the long list of things that the Garden of England has provided. Join us again next time for another escape to the country. Georgina and Brian didn't end up going for our second property, but they have had an offer accepted on a house with an annex and 2 acres of land in Staplehurst. Welcome to my turf, guys. I look forward to seeing you around. If you would like to escape to the country in England, Northern Ireland, Scotland or Wales and need our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.